Today I think a Canada versus USA type experiment is going to happen. The first thing I need to do is actually create the landmass. And trust me, this is going to be something to behold. I'm basically going to start by doing the outline of it in dirt. It's only now that I've realized I didn't really leave room for Alaska, so Alaska's just not going to exist anymore. And you know what, a lot of northern Canada probably also, it's all islands anyway, no one actually knows what's up there. And that's coming into a little bit of like Quebec, and then we're going to bring it back around and loop it around for there. So yeah. And I guess since we got the room, we'll make a few islands, because there are some islands up there somewhere, so I hear. Then we need to give this continent some substance, so we're going to fill it in with dirt, and then add whatever else we're going to need. I feel like everywhere's going to need a little bit of sand, and I know this isn't entirely accurate, but I'm just going to line the whole thing with a little bit of sand so they have some to play with. And I've never actually been to a lot of these places, for all I know they are lined with sand. Please leave a comment down below if our continent is in fact surrounded by sand. I did such a good job lining it with sand that we even started to sprout green things everywhere. Now to make it fair for everyone, I've kind of got to distribute things somewhat evenly. So we're going to add some forests. That's not exactly what I had in mind. I wonder if there's some way to undo that. You know, we're just going to operate with that. We'll just put some forest kind of in the center. Everyone can kind of share it a little bit anyway. That's pretty evenly distributed. Maybe since I have it equipped anyway, we'll just go ahead and fix this corner up a little bit. I want to keep it fairly fair. And let's be honest, if you were after quality content, you wouldn't be here anyway. Now we need to add some stone and low hills. Again, we got to keep it kind of even, so I'm going to play four corners sort of thing. So we're going to add some stone maybe here and over here. That way both sides have a little bit to play with, and then Canada needs some too. I bet you had no idea North America looked like that. I think that's pretty much actually all they need to survive and thrive, but I'm just going to distribute it a little bit more towards the edges. Then again, no I'm not. I need them to have something to fight over. All those precious resources in the middle, that's going to be for them. And I'll even make the one in the middle into a big heart. That way they can try and forget the horrible suffering I'm about to put them through. And we need to lay down some people. So I'm going to put some humans up here in Canada. They're going to be the founders of humans. I guess they're already rolling. Can we put a pause on this? Alright, I hit pause to stop them from getting away. I didn't realize they were going to get so rambunctious right away and set out on their adventure. Look at them go. So I'm thinking if we start with maybe 50 of each. Let's make it 25 each because I don't feel like laying that many things down. So humans are going here. Over here we're going to put the dwarves because that seems like a dwarfy spot. And then we're going to get some elves over here down in the USA. I forgot to count already. And then some orcs kind of down in this corner of the world. So that's going to be their four starting locations. There can only be one winner on this continent. And to make sure they have lots to chase and eat, I'm going to surround the heart with all sorts of animals. Animals that won't fight back. That way they're all fighting over the same resources. We'll need to add some chickens in there too. Who doesn't like chicken? And then finally, I think we need to give it a little bit of rain onto all of our stuff. That way stuff actually grows. Here comes the trees and grass. Perfect. This definitely needs to be in a museum. I'm going to leave just a few spots of dirt around. The grass is probably going to grow over to it, but these idiots might like to play in the mud anyways. We need to add some gold, stone, seeds, and fruit bushes also. I forgot about them. I am being kind and giving them all the resources they're going to need pretty abundantly, but further into the resources they get, the closer to each other they're going to get, and they're not going to like that very much. Eventually, they're going to have to fight over them. Also, let's go ahead and supercharge some trees and stuff over here just to give them all a little bit of wood to work with. Yeah, something like that. Whoops. There you go. Those guys get some extra because they're special. And I think we're about ready to start. Before we do, I'm going to select chickens. That way, every time I misclick, I'm only going to lay down a chicken. I'm not going to destroy civilization. Alright, let's watch them work. Hopefully they don't form too many tribes within themselves. They should all be kind of the same people. Though, we're going to get a few nomads like this guy who's already, you know, had enough of everyone else. He's out of here. So far, Team Canada up there building some houses. Whoops, there's the first misclick of whatever I laid down. They're all building some houses. They're all off to a very good start. They're all mingling a little bit more than I thought they would be already. They're going for those sheep though. They love it. They are already forming different villages. We got blue, kind of a lighter blue. There's a green over here, light blue again, purple, red. So they're going to fight within themselves, but that's okay too. I just want to see who triumphs in the end. Probably this guy, because he was smart enough to get away from everyone else. I'd say that this guy's very smart getting away from all the action, but he's building an island on a house of basically nothing. There's a berry bush and water. So far, Gal whatever has the lead with a population of 13. And if eventually they don't start to play ball and attack each other, I'm gonna make the landmass smaller bit by bit to force them into conflict. Look at them. Thinking they're so smart building on the edge of the ocean. Little do they know there's literally nothing in the ocean. It's all deep water and I didn't put one single piece of life in it. I might have been wrong about Moron Island because they're actually doing pretty well for themselves. They seem to have made some houses out of trees that didn't exist. They only have 2 berry bushes, so that might be the limit of them, but they might actually survive the longest. Since they're still in that exciting just kind of building phase, I'm gonna turn the speed up a little bit, you know, just to see where things go. I'd say it's pretty evenly matched so far between Canada and Team USA. Canada maybe has a slight advantage in population, depending on where you actually draw the border, because it's not exactly super realistic. Not sure what happened to these guys, but they seem to have abandoned their island for some reason. They might have gone over and joined these guys, or they might have just died because they built on an island of nothing. These two down here in the corner are about infringing on each other. I don't know if that means they're going to fight each other or if they're just going to have to build around each other. Either way, they're competing, so I'm happy. And there is a pretty limited number of trees. They're going through them pretty quickly already to build their houses. Not sure what happened there. A bunch of the blues went down there to destroy something. They went to start a new village. And those guys weren't having any of it. Good for you, you Panina. These guys down here in the south are starting to form big colonies. I think they have it a little more sorted out, because up here they tend to be fragmenting into these little colonies everywhere. This guy's got a population of 1. He has no chance of surviving. Look, there's someone running right through his base and he can't really do anything about it. He's the only guy here able to defend himself, and if he dies right here, that's it for Dipepod. Yep, there goes Dipepod. Ladies and gentlemen, don't start your own civilization. It's not going to work well. Something definitely happened here. They must have caught their stuff on fire because they don't have this territory anymore. Oh, I just saw Blue lash out and destroy this one as well before scurrying back in. That was good of them. You can't have neighbors too close that are too strong. You must snuff out the little guys while you can. This guy's getting an awful lot of area for a lone player. He's about to get 4v1'd. As soon as he gets these guys' attention, he's boned. So I watched this man die, and then there's a population of 2. Maybe he split into 2 different things. Nope, never mind. We just watched them both get murdered. So far the leaders are up here in the north at Upanina, and then down here in the southwest where we got 27 for Otosias. And it looks like we're at about that point where if you don't have a population of 15 or 20, you're going to get wiped out right away. Like this guy, he's not smart. They just tried to set up a village there, and it's been 1 second, and he's just absolutely dying. And then they're not even done yet. They're going straight for the neighbors after that. They're not taking anyone's crap. When the action goes down, it happens fast. It's hard to catch sometimes. I couldn't help but notice there's a bunch of colors mixing here, so someone's attacking someone. These guys are going in to raid this base. That's a pretty strong base though, so if they group up, they should be able to repel the invaders pretty quickly. Unless they themselves are out raiding someone. Nope, I think they fought off the attackers. I don't really know who they were. But surprisingly, there's no clear leader yet. The top guys are in the high 20s so far. These guys are nice and peaceful over here. They clearly burned the neighbors, but that's what it takes to be peaceful. Pretty sure there's an impending war down here. These little blue shirtless guys are getting pretty close to the green elfie guys, and I don't think they like each other very much, so as soon as they see each other, it's on. This lone man has left his island. Or woman, and I think they're swimming out to probably raid this guy, or maybe just take some of his stuff. Wow, that was a worthy raid. Imagine that, swimming all the way across the ocean to go try and break someone's crap and then they murder you anyway. History will not look kindly on that man. We have our first colony hitting 30. These guys are going to a rapid expansion. It makes me wonder what would happen if these guys weren't here. They might be thriving even more. What a beautiful little world I've created. Ooh, and these ones are about to touch too. I'm not really sure our humans made their way all the way down here considering they started in the top left. Now they're in the bottom right, but they're definitely about to have a pretty big war with the orcs. I think it's starting. The orcs finally got pretty mad because they were building a house basically in their territory, so the orcs are coming over to start a fight. It's 16 to 24, so the humans definitely have the advantage, especially if the orcs come 2 at a time and jump into a pile of 10 humans. But then again, the humans are responding in kind. This guy thinks he's a hero. Now he's dead. Idiots, go avenge your hero. They killed him. Then again, with the way he was acting, they probably don't miss him. He was clearly a bit of a moron. Did you idiots light yourselves on fire again? I left Florida off the map for a reason, yet here we are. Oh, they're getting raided. Never mind. Well, they're still pretty stupid for dying, I guess. If they're defeated here, that's going to be the first big civilization we've actually lost. I think if they destroy that, it's basically over for them. Oh, it's just children left anyway, so this should be an easy murder. You kids might want to leave. You could maybe go start a civilization for yourself somewhere. Or you could run around with your hands in the air getting stabbed. Well, hold on. There's 3 left here. We've seen more done with less. Oh, never mind. Humans are coming back to finish the job. So this idiot thinks it's a good idea to set up a new village right on the ruins of the old one that disappeared 30 seconds ago. Yep, it's gone already. Smart. People just love this spot. Every 30 seconds, a new civilization gets set up and then it gets raided right away. I think we have 3 different factions fighting here. That place is already gone, and these 2 are going to fight over here for no reason at all. And up here, For the first time in a long time, we have new people set up on Idiot Island. I don't think I want Idiot Island to exist anymore. We're gonna go ahead and take that one off the map. This one I'm okay with because they're up to 15 and sustaining that. While I was admiring my handiwork, we lost pretty much all of Tinnersk. I'm not sure what happened to them, but they got pretty much burned to the ground. They'll probably recover, but it might have been them who was responsible. I think they burned each other a little bit. Understandable though, considering the edges of their village are about 100 feet apart. Oh, in fact, we have a new conflict starting right now between these guys and these guys. Bold move considering they just lost 60% of their population as it is. And these guys down here, I love it. They just can't leave the neighbors alone. As soon as they realize they're there again, they're on them. Looks like Zor at 9 survives for another day, but they did lose half their village once again. I turn around for 5 seconds and Idiot Island gets repopulated by an idiot and someone's swimming over there. Well, I've got bad news for you guys. Idiot Island doesn't exist anymore. And we just lost whatever was here. I've already forgotten, but it just disappeared from the map. So there's a whole new real estate available. Probably going to be a new civilization, but whatever was there is gone. Let's crank it up to speed up the conflict. Definitely lots going on down in the south. You see the numbers going up and down quite a bit. Still no civilizations higher than about the mid-30s. These guys are the leaders. These guys also have 36. The numbers are changing fast, but they're running out of resources. And they're still stupid enough to set up new villages. These guys are down to 2. They set up a new village right here. Even if speed times 5, we're seeing more expansion than we are destruction. So I gotta make a small change. I'm gonna remove just a little bit of land. That way they have less resources to work with and have to fight over the rest of them. I mean, it's not really even that different. I'm just hoping there's enough less landmass they're going to be more aggressive towards each other. And so far, it's mostly just the same conflicts again. These guys are fighting with these guys because they just don't like each other. Ooh, there's a pretty good fight going on up here though. I think it might be these two. Maybe because there's less land here, so they want this space. These guys just got completely eliminated, and now these guys are under siege too. I wonder if it's these guys doing that because they're really strong. They got all sorts of people going on down here. They must be friends. Pretty big raiding party on the move here. I think they're probably going to absolutely decimate a lot of these guys. Though they got the numbers to fight them off if they want to. It's just a matter of whether or not they're smart enough to. Alright, here's the deal. There's still too much thriving going on. They have too much space to be able to operate comfortably. Let's see what they think about the newfound landmass. There's already some good fighting in the middle, and these guys were stupid enough to build in the middle of the map where everyone's attention is. Everyone constantly crosses through here, so these guys are constantly fighting. And if we're looking at it from a Canada-US perspective, I think it's still pretty even. They're kind of roughly evenly distributed. Well, we just lost another one up here. Just like the one to the southeast is the spot where they pop a spot up, it gets destroyed, they build another one, it gets destroyed. They just don't learn. This place is in rough shape. They're down to 11 people. I think the blues down here are the ones raiding them. We've got kind of 3 seemingly main empires here. The greens here, the light blues over here, and these pale tan color over here. I think they're the ones that are likely to be victorious, although if those two are connected, the blues are still strong. Reds are just kind of hanging out down here in the corner, but I don't think they're going to last super long. I turned things up to speed 5 for a while, and this green empire is really going off at 64 people right now. Everything else is kind of maintaining not too bad. Look at them go. They even have advanced buildings all the way up to 90 people. They may be the first to hit 100. And they've officially hit 106. I think if they want to, they could start taking out the other places one by one. Oh, look at these guys down here. They got a pretty good little conflict going on. I can't wait to blow them up. This green city must have found the performance enhancers because they're almost at 150 already when the next closest is 60. But it's like that old saying goes, dragons can come at any time. Especially if there's not enough war going on to appease their god, and currently there's not. Blue down here is getting beat up pretty bad. This might almost be the end of them. At 3, 4, 1. Oh, are they eliminated? There's one left out there. Nope, they got him. Wow, that would have been there for a while. Red finally decided to do some expanding. Look at you. Welcome to the game. It's only been 1,000 years. At this rate, I can see green running away with it. So they are in the center of the map, so if they get attacked on all sides by everyone else, that might hurt them pretty bad. And then suddenly these tan guys are up to 106 and growing. Not sure what they got into, but they're liking it, whatever it is. It looks like these guys are starting to hit their next tier of buildings too, so they're getting advanced. They're up to 170 now, compared to this 185. They should have taken them out where they were 3 times the population. We give them all a little bit of rain, and for the first time in like a million years, tan is past green, 189 to 188. Looks like Tan's taking over for the win because they got 190 here. The big green is down to 150 now, and Tan is really getting around. So basically, the only thing left are dwarves and elves. Humans are down here in red. This is all they have left for humans on the map. Orcs have been eliminated. Humans are next to go. Just notice this. Green pushed pretty hard into these guys. But they didn't get very far. They should have sent more people because they could absolutely take over all of this. And they're going to need it because Tan is moving in pretty quick. Oh, there goes a big army of green. They're diving right in. That's probably going to eliminate these guys unless they split up like that. Wow, I thought they were going to go way further and they sent so many people down. These guys are not doing so good, but it's going to be hard to push up in there. But now the red humans down below, they're pushing up in too. So these guys are just getting boned from top and bottom. Gonna have to start calling these guys your mom. Green is going in hard here against Tan. I guess they won some of that area, but they got pushed back right away because they just don't have the numbers anymore. They're down to 116, less than half of what Tan has now. Green keeps going in, taking more and more bites out of these guys. They kind of push back, but they're dwindling. And there's a lot of fighting going on here because the villages are finally actually touching each other between Green and Tan. So this might be an ongoing conflict. And in the upper left, Tan are being completely defeated, and they are again, so now it's Green's chance to make a foothold up there. Now that a few clear frontrunners have emerged, being Tan and Green, we need to make this historically accurate. So here's a dragon, and I'm going to drop one into north too to make it fair. There's a southern dragon, there's a northern dragon. I didn't think they were going to be that destructive. It's been a while since I've used these. I like how they both moved into the south. Sorry Tan, I just expected that to escalate things a little bit, not completely annihilate everything. But I'm still happy with the result overall. Humans are doing pretty good overall. They're survivors, they've been down there for a while. Never mind. Clearly the dragons were biased against these guys, like they hardly even touched Green and didn't touch these guys at all yet. So to make it even, here's an atomic bomb. Again, a little bit bigger than I thought. Dragon, atomic bomb. Don't worry guys, I'm helping. Got it. So as far as who's winning or losing, I kind of lost track. I guess Tan was winning. Wherever Tan started, they win. Celebrate with some bowling balls? Yeah, people like those, and they blow up afterwards, just like real bowling balls. And a small rock from space. This is also pretty realistic. Little bit dramatic, not as bad as I thought. And we'll add a few tornadoes to the mix. This is kind of like the challenge round. Now that we have a winner, we need to see who can survive the apocalypse. Or maybe more accurately, who even wants to survive the apocalypse. I've made them fight for the past million years, and now I'm throwing tornadoes at them just for fun. But we're gonna have to add a volcano somewhere in the middle. That's gonna be inhospitable and maybe start some fires. And I'm okay with that. They are actually still surviving, which is impressive, but they're not exactly gonna thrive because the ground is all dead. The trees are burnt, things are burning in the middle. Not really much to work on as far as resources are concerned. Okay, I get it. You guys want your own volcano. Here you go. I need to remember that for next time because a volcano is a pretty good incentive to move inwards from. Like if I go like this, it'll coax them away from the edges of the map towards safer spots. You heard that right. Volcanoes are motivation. And that, children, is the history of North America. I hope you enjoyed it.